Hello everybody, my name is Lynx, and let me tell you a bit of a story. If you know me, you know I'm an EDM head, bass head, and I love music. And those are three things that have kind of stayed constant for me over the years. And over my recent time, it's kind of just been like, there's been like three things that really define me, which is that, or no, four things that really define me. Stupid humor, giant robots, which music and video games. Music being probably one of the most constant ones because I'm pretty much always listening to music whenever I can. And I usually attribute my love of music and love of EDM overall to Monster Cat, because to this day, since like probably 2014 or 15, I've just been listening to Monster Cat, and I've been following up on all the recent releases, and I usually attribute the starting of my passion towards EDM to Tut Tut Child. Dragon Pirates by Tut Tut Child was the first like heavy bass, heavy dubstep song I heard from him, or like at all, and then that's kind of the story I usually tell. But I think to say that would be a little bit untrue. I think a more accurate description would be that I liked a couple other artists as well. So there was Tut Tut Child, right? There was Flux Pavilion with I Can't Stop. That was a banger in my head for a while. There was Nero. A lot of the songs Nero made were pretty cool. There was Skrillex, which I kind of got over fast, but not too fast. It was still like in my life, and it still kind of is. My music taste has kind of circled back around to liking Skrillex again. And then Deadmau5. Another name there is also Avicii. Now, Avicii's sounds were I really loved his sound style. Wake Me Up was a great song from him. Levels, I loved Levels. And it's still a pretty good song today. And then the Skrillex remix of Levels kind of got me into the heavier side of bass, and that followed down to like a longer trail. So I think from Levels was a bass, and then the regular version and the remix got me into two different kinds of music. So the regular version got me into liking kind of like the middle EDM, or like, the kind of stuff you hear on the radio. Whereas the Skrillex remix got me into the harder stuff, like of course Skrillex, and then like Dotyphonics and all these other really hard artists go into that category. But from that song came a lot of my interest from EDM. So that's what this video is about. If you saw the news recently, Avicii was discovered dead today at a hotel in I think it was Omar. I don't remember the name. I'll put it on screen like right here or something. But he was discovered dead today in a hotel at the age of 28, and I found this out during the middle of third period, and it's kind of just been looming over my head the entire day. And a couple of my friends don't really see the big significance of it. And then, I had a friend whisper to me, like, when's a good time to start telling jokes. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna make jokes about this one. I thoroughly think that if it wasn't for Avicii's music and it wasn't for his being in the EDM scene, it wouldn't have gotten me to where I am now of liking all these different EDM genres and being in the scene of EDM, knowing about all these different things. And also it wouldn't have wanted me to start making music of my own. I have this vision right now of like, we get out of high school, go to a community college for 2 years, transfer out, and then go to the Los Angeles Film School for music production. And I want to make music. And, I'm friends with like a lot of people that are in the EDM scene, and they know like, what's in that EDM scene that's so likable about it. And then I've gotten to know so many different artists' music. I completely just lost my train of thought. Someone walked in and my mom walked in and had to tell me about something. But basically, because of Avicii's being in the EDM scene, it's brought me to so many different places, so many different knowings of music, and it's just also been like so influential to my music taste. And I'm pretty sure as well as to other people's music tastes. I think if it wasn't for Avicii, EDM would have probably been a little bit different. I think there would have been a different sound signature to some people's musics. And overall, I think again, I'll go back to the two levels, the two Avicii levels. There's the regular levels by Avicii, which, that started off on one track. And then there was the other half that got me started on the heavier bass, whereas the original was kind of alternative jazz, like alternative EDM, and the kind of mainstream EDM stuff, whereas the other one, it's all the screws in a blender type of thing that people call it. But it's really, it's sad to hear about, for sure. It's kind of one of those things that you can't quite comprehend what happened, when it happens. I remember my first reaction, because I'm in a group chat and I saw a text that said, someone put, Avicii is dead. And I thought it was a joke, right? Because I know for a fact, for a while, he hasn't actually been performing anywhere. And he's been relatively absent from the entirety of the music scene from the last couple years. And I thought it was a joke at first. I just put haha as like a joke thing. And then someone else followed up with another thing saying, no, he's very alive. And he took a screenshot of the song name titled Avicii Alive, right? 15 minutes go by, and then the guy types in the group chat again, like, no, guys, Avicii is actually dead. And I looked it up, and I saw he's dead, that he passed away. And it's like, I don't know how to I was dumbfounded. Like, I was just, my mouth dropped open, and I was sitting just kind of in awe of just like what had happened, is I couldn't believe that it actually happened. And it was a big shock to me, and I think from that point on, in the day up until now, I've just kind of been, it's been a little bit, I've been thinking a lot about it, because the more I think about it, it's been just, I keep thinking back to, if Avicii wasn't in the EDM scene, my music tastes would have been very different, and many things would have been different. At this point, I don't know. At this point, I don't know if I'm just sounding like a broken record at this point, like I'm repeating myself over and over again. But it's something that I can't emphasize enough about how much Avicii has done to influence my music taste, as well as my friends' music taste, and the entire EDM community's music taste. And it's just, it's a hard thing to deal with. It's like if someone's influenced your everyday life so much that once they're gone, you don't quite know what to think. And it puts you in a tough position, because yeah, sure, all the remnants of everyone else mimicking what they've done, they will stay there. But the original thing that started that obsession, that act in your life, is now gone. So it's a sad situation. I'm not gonna break down and cry on camera. That's not something I do. That's something I plan to do either. Um, but it's really just sad. Um, and to those watching this that are my friends, um, and you're wondering why I'm taking this whole thing so seriously about, I didn't want to talk about it all day and kind of just closed off after that when I first heard it. This is why. Um, again, again another thing of just it's taken such a large toll on my life of me knowing the me having the EDM experience, and it's been it's a fun community. Um, but losing a big part of the community is always something that's difficult. Um, so yeah, that's kind of my 2 cents on the Avicii thing right now. My condolences to the family. Of course, I don't know, as if like as if someone from Avicii's immediate family is watching this, or someone who's like their best friend is gonna watch this video, right? But I mean, in case that does happen, I'm condolences to you. The pain is real throughout the rest of the EDM community as well. It's not just you. He had a very, I think in my opinion, he had a very heavy impact on the EDM scene, and he's worthy to be praised for it. So yeah, I'm kind of out of things to say. So yeah, I'm gonna cut it. I'm gonna cut it here, and thanks for watching.